What does healthy community look like in a digital discipleship environment? I think that some of the keys are getting to know one another and giving grace to one another. Because as you're working things out, as you're growing in space, you are going to make mistakes. And so a healthy environment is one that is going to have standards of behavior and practices, but also grace for those that are struggling and learning. So I'm in a lot of digital spaces and they have their own culture about what are the norms, and you need to inform people about what you're going to expect, what you're going to find reasonable. For instance, you can't see from the waist down. Is it all right if I'm sitting in my boxer shorts here or not if we're on camera? I think the answer is no. So if I'm in a digital discipleship environment, I'm going to set some standards to say, you know what? I want you to present yourself as if we were meeting in person. I don't want to have you hiding things. Now, others might say, well, I got to have a background that's blurred. That's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about hiding things intentionally because you think you can get away with it. Well, you couldn't do that in person. So what are the norms you're going to set? What are the behaviors? What are the uh, guidelines for how to speak into people when they miss the expectation, when they twist things a little bit to their own advantage? And how do you correct people? So, the same way you might have those expectations of, hey, you're always showing up late, we are still going to have those in a digital space. How do we graciously afford the parent who's rushing to be able to make it there? How do we talk into them of how we feel about ourselves when they show up late all the time? So you're going to go all of those things. You set the standard. You have different mechanisms for enforcing the behavior so that you can protect and keep safe everybody that's in the group so they feel valued, they feel they belong, they take ownership of it. So it's not something I'm receiving, it's something I'm a part of, it's something I'm engaged with, it is something that I am also contributing to others who might be there. So whether that's even one-on-ones that you do or as a group setting, I think it's important for everyone to know the expectations, to know the standards, to be able to not be surprised when you need to correct them, not be surprised if someone steps out of bounds, and not get upset about it either, but be able to just say, hey, we know what our standards are. I feel like that standard has not been violated, or has been violated, that you've gone out of bounds, and you can correct them either one-on-one, in a small group, and best if it just happened, to be able to step in with love, embrace the person, say, hey, what's going on for you? I think this went a little bit beyond what we are normally willing to have happen here. Or if it's directly in violation of a standard, to just confront it in love. But I think that's how you allow people to have trust. You allow people to be invested. You allow for ownership, is by setting a standard, holding everyone to that so nobody's surprised and everyone knows how to handle it when something goes wrong.